Hey, what's good, y'all? It's Thursday, and if it's Thursday, that means a football game just finished. And it did. And we are here to recap it on the Thursday night post game show presented by the Audible Sports Podcast, where sports meets life and culture. I'm half of the dynamic duo that is Bobby G and Wildcard Mark. What's happening, bro?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Hey, man, what a fantastic game that we got tonight. I'm glad that, the time that we have been doing this Thursday night recap, some of them games is a boo boo. We got actually some good football today. So I'm happy about that and happy to be here, talking football with bro. I hope all is well in your neck of the woods.
Absolutely, man. Had a great holiday. Hoping you and your family had a good holiday. Uh, yeah, man. It's a good game. Son's birthday today, so that was a W.
Happy birthday.
Cavs, yeah, appreciate it. Cavs beat the Nuggets. That was a W. But to play spoiler, I picked the damn Packers and they let me down, so that wasn't cool at all. Already down a game earlier this week, but we get to that later. Before we get into breaking down the game, uh, just got to give a couple shout outs. Shout out to Trevor Lawrence, placed on IR. Everybody's aware of the hit he took Sunday from Texans linebacker Al Shazier, who I haven't heard anything, but yeah, I'm sure he got a suspension coming down.
Now he
Uh,
already got 2 games.
he got it 3 games.
Yeah.
That I mean that's about right. Sounds about right. But yeah, um, lots of opinions and I mean I've heard arguments from both sides. What can we do about this? Prevent it from happening. Uh,
He, Brady said something. Ooh.
yeah, you know. Um, I think the best thing I heard on the honesty was probably Rex Ryan. Uh, Rex Ryan blames the coaches. So you're teaching your quarterbacks how to slide wrong. He said when you're in that position, quarterbacks should only slide when they're in the open field. If you're in the open field and you have time to look around and see a hit you don't want to take, yeah, get down. But he said when you're in close quarters like that, the best move is actually to dive at the defender's feet head first. Um, because in that instance, the defender's going to try to protect himself. He didn't want to, they don't want to get the ankles caught up or get rolled up on. So, and I mean, taking the time to think about it,
Yeah, the
uh,
jump. Yeah.
yeah, I think he's got a point. I think he's got a point in that. So, but we'll see. We wishing Trevor a speedy recovery, even though he's not having the best season. You hate to see somebody go down like that. And also shout out to uh, and it's sad, another victim of the Madden Curse, Christian McCaffrey. I discovered he's out for the season. Went down non-contact injury after just being back for just a few games from already being out. Just sad to see. He's one of the best players in the league, arguably the best running back in the league when healthy. Uh, the key component to the 49ers offense, and we see how they struggled before he came back. And unfortunately, they'll probably go right back to struggling. They've been bit by the injury bug hard this season, but always sad to see a guy go down for the rest of the season. Shout out to McCaffrey, Trevor, both of those guys, speedy recoveries. And I mean, Trevor, at least we may see before the season's over. I may shut him down. Like, you're not vying for a playoff spot. I may just go ahead and shut him down if I was Jaguars. Uh, but definitely we see, hopefully see CMC back fully healthy next season. Uh, with that being said, uh, Mar's absolutely right. We got a good football game this evening. The Green Bay Packers and the Detroit Lions in Detroit. Uh, Green Bay trying to keep hopes alive for potentially uh, a division championship uh, or a potential shot to number one seed. And obviously, Detroit trying to hang on to that number one seed, trying to hang on to the number one spot in the NFC North, which has turned out to be probably the best division in football this year, minus the Chicago Bears. But yeah, entertaining game. First half looked like it was about to get out of hand. Uh,
Mhm.
Detroit looked like they were about to do what they've been doing to opponents for the last about a month and a half. That second half, though, Green Bay woke up. Jordan Love started finding people. Josh Jacobs proving his worth to the team.
And then some.
Made some plays. Yeah. Christian Watson.
Yeah.
He made some plays. That made some plays. Good to see him coming through. That passing. I was not a fan of the pass interference call. There, Dan. What do you think about that?
I see that pass interference is always tricky, man. Because if I think it should only be called if the defender isn't looking and they're impeding the receivers' path to get to the football.
Mm-hmm.
But for the most part, as long as you're the deep back and you're turned around and you're looking for the football and you make it play, they'll pretty much leave you alone. So it kind of goes hand in hand, technique wise. Certain uh, uh, D coordinators got to get better, secondary coaches got to get better with technique when it comes to certain situations. And you know, when it comes to officiating, obviously, us with the ability to look at all the replays and stuff gets slowed down. It's look, it's a tough job.
Mm-hmm.
For those, I understand it. Um, but it's another situation where it's like add that to the list. Now we're in week 14. Add that to the numerous of things week to week to week that just gets you know um, misconstrued with officiating, if
Right.
that's the way to say it. So I
Right.
mean, trust. I'm with you. I don't like it, but um, refs are gonna make their calls based off that split judgment right there and there, and um, I don't know, man. They want to keep talking about expanding replay to hopefully challenging certain penalties. I don't know if it'll
Mm-hmm.
get that far. I saw the XFL did it before they unified with USFL. It looked
Yeah.
cool. They were definitely always about getting it right.
Mm-hmm.
As you kind of see the NFL doing it now with those quick replays, that are kind of just after a certain play, like quick replay has say there's an incomplete pass or blase blase. So I see they're
Right.
trying to implement it and get it right, but it's human element, and I think that's just going to be part of sports, man. Um, I know you want to try to minimize it, but you don't want to get too replay heavy where it starts slowing up the game. So I don't know, man.
Yeah.
Officiating part of it, man. It
Yeah.
goes all the way down from the pros down to the damn high school, man. It is. So,
Big facts.
yeah.
My thing is just be consistent. I mean, you're gonna call Christian Watson from Buffalo linebacker, and
Oh, no
clearly we
doubt.
saw when the Lions got the ball back, uh, we saw St. Brown push off the corner before making basically the catch that
Hmm.
ended the game. Ended the game. It allowed Detroit to run the clock down so they kicked the field goal. Call it both ways.
I got you.
Like that's all I be consistent. You call it both ways.
I'm definitely with you on
Um,
that.
just like umps in the strike zone. I can be when you call that first strike outside of the zone, I can be upset.
It,
But if you call it in the first inning, just make sure you call it in the second, the third, the fourth, and so on and so forth. So,
to the ninth.
uh, yeah, yeah, and then I can't be mad.
Yeah,
Uh,
I'm with you on that for sure. Consistent and you know calling
yeah.
it straight how it is.
Jared Goff threw his first interception in a very long time. Feels like, but other than that, I mean, he played a hell of a game. Two
Was
for
he
three,
Houston
three touchdowns, the one pick. Huh?
last? Was he Houston the last game where he had what 4 or 5?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um, the Jameer Gibbs, man, that dude is impressive. As always, Jameson Williams, he made some plays. Okay, Tim Patrick, man,
Yeah.
uh, resurrecting himself. What is it with these guys getting out of Denver and resurrecting their careers?
No,
Jerry Judy is resurrected his.
well, that man had a monster game.
He did, and now Tim Patrick seems to be resurrecting his career in Detroit. He definitely made some plays for him down the stretch. Um,
Nah, no
who's the
doubt.
biggest factor for you in why the Lions pulled this thing out? Whoa, pause. Won the
Uh,
game.
hey, yo. um, no, real quick, I'm a big fan of Tim Patrick. Obviously, he was a former Bronco, so I saw a lot of his career in the NFL so far. He always played well. Missed the last 2 years of his career due to injury. So for him to put in what he's putting in um, as a pretty much a reserve wide receiver and only get certain plays and amount of snaps. So um, he's been contributing for sure. And I think that plays into the bigger part of why um, Detroit won. You see a lot of people putting in Tim Patrick, Laporta, Gibbs, Montgomery, St. Brown. There might be a couple of other people that I'm probably missing that they are getting contributions from on that offensive side of the ball. I mean, they're and what can they not do on offense? They can beat the absolutely piss out of you with the running,
Mm-hmm.
or if the offense is doing their thing, um, Jared Goff can be throwing that pill all over the place, and he's pretty accurate when he gets time, especially when he comes off that bootleg and that
Mm-hmm.
play. That's always been his bread and butter. So and that helps when you got a great running game with that duo of Gibbs and Montgomery. Like that's absolutely something phenomenal. So um, too much firepower. And it doesn't help that Jair Alexander didn't play. Um, your, your,
Right.
your your top corner. I know Amon St. Brown, looking at the numbers, he didn't go crazy, but at some point in time, you probably move Jair to probably slow down that big play threat that Jameson Williamson had going on. Because every time he caught a reception, it was going for like nice little chunk yards, like at least 10,
Yeah.
15 plus. So um, yeah, you don't have enough people to cover all those weapons, um,
Exactly.
and it showed. But I give credit to their offense; they fought. Um, there might be some things on the Detroit defense that you gotta um, get right. Obviously, you can tell that they miss Hutch because you can't. They're not getting home with less than five. So you know, Aaron Glenn did dial up some good pressure every now and then when it mattered and got Jordan Love off his spot, but Jordan Love actually had a solid game, I thought. Um, just not enough firepower, man, to or on the defensive side to cover all that firepower that Detroit got on the offense.
Mm.
So kind of
Um,
that way.
I'm gonna make a. I don't know if it's a pretty bold statement, but I'm gonna go ahead and make this statement. Know what? I'm gonna go ahead and say right now, Detroit Lions are going to the Super Bowl.
Yeah,
I'm
I
just go
mean,
ahead and put it there.
I don't really think that's bold. I think that's almost to me. I think it's almost a sure bet. Um,
I only say that because
I know it's week
definitely,
14.
huh?
I said I know it's week 14, but I'm not mad at it. I'm kind of right there
Yeah.
with you. Like
Um,
they're
yeah. I mean, I say yeah, they're absolutely they're good. They're playing good football, but in recent memory, basically the it team in the NFC has been the team to go to the Super Bowl. And if you really look since 2012, when the Giants made it, since that season, uh, the number one seed in the NFC has made the Super Bowl every season except for once, and I think that was on Tampa Bay. And I could be wrong, so please correct me if I'm wrong and let me know. But I believe, uh, yeah, every year since 2012, the number one seed has made the Super Bowl in the NFC, except for once, and that was when Tampa Bay made it as a wild card. But if you go back last year, it was San Fran. Year before, it was the Eagles. Year before that, it was the Rams. Then Tampa skipped that year. Before that, it was the 49ers again, number one seed. Rams were number one seed. The Eagles were number one seed with Nick Foles. Falcons were number one seed with um, Matt Ryan. Carolina was the number one seed with Cam Newton. Seahawks back to back. And San Francisco 49ers with the combination of Alex Smith and Colin Kaepernick. So, and right now, uh, I don't see anybody knocking the Lions out of the number one spot. Uh, I think you know how we do. We do that look ahead, you know, and you're 12-1 right now. You have a one game lead. Of course, anything can happen, but uh, you got basically you got Buffalo next week. That's in Detroit though. Then you go to Chicago, to San Francisco, and then you finish it off with the Vikings coming to your building. That game could be for uh, that could be for all the marbles right there.
Hmm.
So, and I don't know. I just don't see. I don't see. I could see them losing the game, but I can also see the Vikings losing another game. You know, I could see potentially the Eagles losing another game. Uh, they got to go to the Commanders, but yeah, I just I think the Lions got it this year, man. I
Yeah,
think they do. And with that being said, I think it's gonna be hard, even though it'll be a great game, and I hope we get to see it. It's been difficult for the Eagles to go to that dome and get a victory, man.
mm,
That's gonna be a tough task in playoff environment. Um, those fans are gonna be into it. Um,
it'll
the
be against.
Lions they have experienced that heartbreak of last season, still fresh on their minds. Yeah, it's gonna be a tough win to go and get if you're the Eagles. So I'm like 90% confident uh, the Lions gonna finish this thing up.
Yeah.
With that being said, what's left for the Packers, man? Where do they go next?
I think there's still a wild card.
Oh,
Uh, in a high there'll be a high ranking wild card. So and there'll be a tough wild card too. I think they're still a good football team. Um, is you know can they defense come up with some stops?
mm-hmm,
Um, can Jordan Love minimize mistakes?
mm-hmm,
Uh, and most importantly, get Josh Jacobs going. Uh, that
yeah,
pretty much seems to be the catalyst to your success. So get him going and get him going early, so you can get to the rest of your playbook. Honestly, if you're asking me, so
mm,
I think they're still a good team. Now what, 9-4? Come on,
yeah, 9-4 right now.
yeah, that's still that damn good.
This guy.
um, damn good solid record at this point in time with week 14 and you're 9-4. I mean, come on, like not much you can be too upset about. Um, if you're a Packers fan, maybe you kind of had some plays here and there slip, but no, I
I
think you're
agree with
still
that.
I think you're still probably one of the better teams in the NFC for sure.
Absolutely. And I mean, with that being said, we could be headed for a potential rematch that I would love to see. Uh, it could be you could be looking at a second round matchup. Green Bay going to Philly. We remember the first game of the season. Green Bay and Philly played in Brazil.
Hmm.
And Neutrofield, Philly came out of there with the win. Jordan Love went down at the end of the game.
I heard.
Yeah, we could be looking at a rematch, not on a Neutrofield, not out of the country where you're more on your, your natural work schedule, so to speak. I think that could be really entertaining. Green Bay has some revenge on their mind because if
Hey,
you're looking,
and let's not forget, real quick,
hmm,
two losses are to the Lions. I mean, that's not
facts, big
be
facts,
shameful, you know. I
big
mean,
facts. You're 9-2 against the rest of the NFL.
yeah, not into against the rest of the NFL. You just happen to just beat 0-2 against Detroit. I mean,
Right. And if you want to stretch it, 9-1, you really 3 of your 4 losses are to the two best teams in the conference. So can you, are you really, the sky
no,
ain't falling in Green Bay by any means.
no panic, Green Bay fans. Like, just and it is what it is. They got you. It is what it is.
Yeah.
But
And I
um,
think you lost these games by like what, less than 10 points, I believe. Let's
you
see.
did,
Obviously tonight was the field goal finish.
yeah.
You lost to. We could scroll back
I
down.
think
Yeah,
it's
you lost to the Eagles by 6, and the first Lions game 10.
so
So
yeah.
20 point three games by 20 points. That's 6.5 point average. So yeah, you're not getting blown out of the building.
You're playing tough. You're in. A couple of plays go your way. A couple of calls
Yeah,
go your way. It's
if
not like
pass interference doesn't get called and you're not forced into 3rd and 15 or 3rd and goal from the 15. Yeah. As a matter of fact, they scored a touchdown on that play. They scored the go ahead touchdown.
yeah. That's what I'm saying. Isn't that's why I wouldn't worry if I was a Packers fan. You're right there. Uh, and hell, we can't forget last year. I mean, they showed that they can compete with the upper echelon of the NFC. Um, so I mean, if you're one of those higher seeds and that's your wild card team you got to play and you're at home,
Oh yeah, it's scary. And yeah,
yeah,
Ron, I'm sorry. Your Falcons could line up to be playing the Packers in the first round. That's a
mm.
matchup you got to worry about. Same with
Nah,
I was just looking at it.
hold on, don't fast forward that button too quick, man. Tampa Bay coming around that corner, dog.
Absolutely, absolutely.
And I get it. Atlanta has to they swept the series, so
Yeah.
there's a lot of things that benefits them, but I think they're a game behind record wise, 5-7 and 6-6. If I'm
No, they're
correct,
they're both 6-6.
both 6-6. Okay.
Both six
Oh,
and six.
oh well, hell. If you ask me right now, Tampa Bay is playing better football,
I'd agree with that.
especially way,
We missed the playoffs, so we get a higher draft.
especially the way that Kirk Cousins just had that interception fest this past weekend. Yeah, that got pretty ugly. So right
I
now,
don't think we could beat Philly or Detroit, so might as well play for. Forget Philly. You got to get to them first. Can you beat the Packers
nah, I don't think you can beat the Packers, man.
or the Commanders? Because right now, those are the two wildcard teams you're looking at
Commanders,
potentially.
I love the Commanders. We've been talking about them all year, but I think they're starting to hit a wall.
I can see
And,
that.
and there's
But
there
remember, you're talking about you got basically between the winner of the South and the winner of the West, they technically should be, if you go by record, those two division winners should be the 6 and 7 seeds, but they're not gonna be. So it's like it's really inverted. Like Atlanta would be the 4 seed, but they should really be like the 7 seed playing. Green Bay would be in theory the 4 seed, and vice versa. That's why I'm like, yeah, these division winners, like they shouldn't feel safe.
mm-mm.
So talking about they live, man. They ain't worried about it. They ain't worried about, man. They gonna hit you with that Bane speech.
Mm-mm.
You merely adopted the darkness. I was born in it.
Mm-mm.
That's what they talking about in Chocolate City, boy. Hey, shout out to Chocolate City. Lived there for a year. It was very, very enjoyable.
Yeah,
Ran, ran into Cleveland Browns legend Josh Cribbs. He lives out there, so shout out to Josh Cribbs.
yeah, nice pivot. I like that. Uh, that was good. Ain't even mad at it.
But we do that look ahead and for the Packers, um, looking ahead at how they will finish this season. You got Seattle in Seattle, so there's an opportunity right there to prove to yourselves that you can go in that building and get a win. Um, you got New Orleans, winnable game. You come back home for the Vikings again. This could be for seeding, and then you wrap it up in Lambeau with the Bears in the game that may or may not matter. So they should finish the season strong. I think you can squeeze. I'm not even gonna count the Bears game, but out of your next three, I think that's an easy 2-1 at least. Finish strong and position yourself nicely. But if I'm Green Bay, if I had to pick, uh, sorry, Big Ron, I'm hoping that the Falcons win their division. That's the matchup I want. I'm playing to match up with the Falcons in the playoffs. I would rather go to Atlanta than to Seattle in a playoff situation.
Oh, stay away from Seattle.
Yeah, in a playoff situation, yeah, I don't want to go there. I went to see Wicked this weekend. I'm not trying to go to the Emerald City.
Yeah.
Yeah, to me that's the perfect. I'm a Green Bay fan. That's the perfect scenario. We finish with the possibility of playing the Atlanta Falcons in Atlanta. I think we can get that W, and I think that sets us up to play, get our rematch with the Eagles, and anything happen, you know. And I agree with what Ron said earlier. This ain't the same Philly team as it was at the beginning of the season.
Nah.
But I would rather have the not having to worry about the rivalry aspect. So I'd rather see Philly in the second round than see Detroit in the second round, where you got the whole division. Like that game is too much hype. I'd rather have all that hype in a championship game situation where the hype is already there, so it's not extra. I don't want my divisional playoff game to feel like the NFC Championship game.
Mm.
So yeah, my scenario for Green Bay, if I'm a Green Bay fan, we get the Falcons in the first round, and that potentially leads to us playing the Eagles in the second round, and then I'm taking my chances in an NFC Championship game rematch. Drawing off tonight's energy. Hey, we've been in this building. We played them tough. We should have got the dub. We didn't. Let's make sure we get it this time. So, yeah, don't hang your heads down, Packers fans. The the sun will come out
Yeah.
tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
You got any final notes on this one before we move on to bigger and better things?
No, I think both teams, are in good standings when it's all said and done.
Yeah,
So, expect both of these teams to be in the playoffs and possibly make a lot of noise in the NFC playoffs. So, yeah, great game. Thank you, NFL, for giving us this one. Thank you. Check your mic, Bob.
I'm up here giving whole soliloquies and stuff. Appreciate you,
Hey,
man. Now I'm gonna do that whole spiel again. Nah, before we move on, y'all know how we do. Just do me a favor, follow the directions on your screen. Again, if you didn't pay attention the first time, go ahead and hit that like button, subscribe if you're new, turn your notifications on so you know the next time that we are here, which is every Thursday after Thursday Night Football, about 10 to 15 minutes, give or take, recapping Thursday night's action and giving you picks for the weekend. And as we're about to get to right now, that weekly top 10. Um, Not a lot changed. Matter on your list, your list is the exact same from last week. That's
Yeah,
interesting, man. Go ahead and speak on that.
I I I just felt like I couldn't move anybody up or down. And then I just also felt like I got my doubts about the Texans. I couldn't put them back in there.
Right.
Um, you know, Commanders have been falling off. I haven't been able to put them back in there. Um, it's just one of those things where hey, some of these teams are. I think they're starting to peak into the to that point where they like, all right, we are literally on the doorstep of playoff. So I think you're starting to see some of these teams that are on this list starting to hit that switch, hit that mode. That it's a gut check time. So
Okay.
and even despite the loss for the Packers, um, I might move them down next week, but they probably won't go too far. No, I don't think they'll still go out the top 10. Still,
Mm.
still a 9-4 record, and still playing solid football. Um, but yeah, I just think these teams on this list, even though the disgust of the 9 and 10 slide, hey, I just got to admit, yeah, when you're playing good football, especially at this time of night, time of the calendar year, is hitting December.
Mm.
I just got to give credit when credit is due. That's it. So yeah, man.
Uh, I would give no such credit, man. Screw the Broncos. I'm not putting them anywhere on my top 10. Get them. Nah. No, the Broncos are playing good football, but for me, just simply came down. I think the Chargers playing a little bit better than the Broncos, and
Mm.
at the end of the day, no matter how poor that division is, the Texans are leading their division, and the Broncos are not. They're in third place, so I had to give the nod to the Texans.
No, that's fair.
And uh, I'm taking C.J. Stroud over Bo Nix. And right now, even coach wise, I'm taking Texans coach DeMar D'Amico Murray over um, Sean Payton. So there's that. But at the top, yeah, for me, the top still, I think my top four still the same. I think I moved the Vikings up. I moved the Packers down one, which probably change next week. Steelers had a big win after taking the L to the Browns. Recovered nicely, beating the Bengals in Cincinnati last week. And I don't know if you got a chance to see the Hard Knocks has begun. First episode was this past Tuesday. The AFC North in season Hard Knocks episodes. It was interesting to see the preparation, them getting ready, man. Um, I hate our offensive line coach. He sounds like a moron. I hate people that curse just for the sake of cursing. You know what I mean?
Ah, yeah.
Curse words are supposed to be impactful, but they're only impactful if you use them the right way. He was just cussing for no reason. Like, bro, why? Uh, why? Uh, and like the players, they're just like, whatever, dude. But if you were not a fan of Mike Tomlin, you are now. He came across fantastic in that episode. I personally am a fan of Mike Tomlin.
I was a fan
Uh,
before the hard knock shit anyway. Good.
yeah,
You tell me. Shit.
it's gonna snow this weekend in Cleveland. If not, First round, the game is in Pittsburgh. So it don't matter if it snows in Cleveland or not. Uh, but yeah, it was interesting to see Cincinnati and Pittsburgh getting ready to face each other. Mike Tomlin, great tidbits, observations, just seeing his mind at work and how he prepares for a game, how he gets the players ready. Um, yeah, it's great television. Uh, but was it the Ravens? The Ravens, man, another tough loss to a top team. Um, I only moved them down a couple spots. I mean, you lost to. I can't kill you for losing to the Eagles.
No.
Uh, tough game. The Chargers, man, they just keep winning games. I don't know how they just keep winning games. Man, Harbaugh's got that defense rolling and offense just making enough plays for them to keep getting the job done. And of course the Texans. Like I'm not huge on the Texans either, but I'm I'm leaning on the fact that I believe
They
last
fooled us.
year's experience is helping them. You know what I
No,
mean?
they fooled us, bro.
No, nah. Fooled us to me. Fooled
I'm
us to
kidding.
me would be them. No, I get you because I almost I wanted I almost went there. But the thing that kept me from going there was Jacksonville.
Mm,
They're not playing as bad as Jacksonville was last year, and Jacksonville fooled us.
mm.
So for me, it's like I don't think
Jacksonville.
they fooled us. They're still learning, man. You got
Yeah.
second year quarterback, second year coach still learning how to win in this league. It was like last year they caught lightning in a bottle, and this year they're trying to hold that lightning instead of progressing. They're trying to hold on to the same magic. You know what I mean? If that makes sense.
Well,
Uh,
well. To your point, yes, is he's a second year quarterback. Obviously, now they got eh, give or take 18 games of NFL tape on you.
you're right.
Uh, there's 18 games or so of tape on D'Amico Ryan's coaching style.
Mm-hmm.
So and the offensive coordinator's coaching style. So
Right.
um, you know, uh, yeah, I mean, look, these D coordinators, they're not dummies. I mean, by a long shot. I mean, some are better than others. There's levels to this shit, but for the most part, they're not dummies. So you give them time to prepare for you and for all. I mean, especially off season. I'm pretty sure some of these teams, when you see that schedule that comes up in April, you're like, well, let me go ahead and start getting film on Stroud and the Texans and their so it is so.
Shout out.
I Ron, good peoples, man. I fucks with Ron, man. But no, I mean no. You bring up an absolutely great point. When you get film on you, it's and people get a chance to hone in on your tendencies. There's
Mm,
gonna be some slow moments. It is what it is.
but yeah, I just it's it's shaping out to be like it's gonna be interesting playoffs. That's all I can say. With
Oh
with
yeah.
the teams on this list and the way things are shaking out, um, I'm looking forward to the playoffs. I believe, honestly, minus maybe two teams. I believe on either side of our top 10. I believe any of those teams minus two can legitimately make it to the Super Bowl. And yeah, so
Ugh.
sorry Broncos, you are one of them. You ain't making no damn Super Bowl. I'm sorry. I
Well,
refuse to say that the Broncos can make it to the Super Bowl.
I think the top four teams might be the only teams that. Ugh. Okay, maybe I don't know if I should say that or not because I mean the way that the Steelers are playing right now, when you got defense and running game that travels.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Russ is still he's still intelligent enough not to make the bonehead plays.
He's a
Um,
champion.
and yeah, and that counts for something. He's been in two Super Bowls, so he knows pressure moments. So, oof, yeah, man. Interesting is I think we're kind of underselling it right now. This is going to be crazy. It might be some madness.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely look forward to coming down the stretch, man.
Vegas is going to be fucked up, bro.
Oh, oh, it's already crazy out here, man. They're talking about, man, how did New York get named the city that never sleeps? That's really Vegas, man. Like, we know it's designed for you to not sleep. What are you talking about?
No, the bookies are going to have fun with that playoffs.
Oh yeah, for sure. Uh, we keep it rolling, keep it rolling. Uh, this one, man. Oh, so hurt, so hurt. I had a game. I had a game. I was about to pick up a game, and then Jameis Winston.
Mm,
Jameis Winston threw three
J
interceptions.
J emoji.
Man, oh, I was hot. I was hot. James, two pick sixes, bro. Two
Mm,
come on, son. Uh, the Browns let me down. If the Browns win that game, I pick up a game. I think I pick up two games. No, I pick up a game, at least one game. But as it stands, we finished with identical records. We both went 12-4 last week, bringing me to 125-70, bringing you to 131-64, and I still trail by 6 games. Time's winding down. There's 5 weeks left in this thing, man. I need to have a week. I need to have a week and get together. But
I mean,
did anything surprise you last week?
ain't letting you close that gap, man. Um, I thought I thought that the Falcons would put up a better effort than what they did. Um,
I'm with you.
but I like at the beginning going into the season, I was sold on the Falcons, and then it got off to a slow start, and I was like, well, let me wait. Then they started clicking on offense, but it's been the defense that just ain't came around yet, man. They're not getting.
And that was supposed to be a strong point coming into the season.
Well, I think if I'm correct, I think Grady Jarrett is out. I can't recall, but I do remember him having some type of injury, and that kind of affects the middle for sure.
Yeah.
So that affects Judon on the outside. So um, it's their secondary is fine, but I mean they can't hold up if they're not getting no pressure. So um, I don't know what to make of the Falcons. Them and the Seahawks are to me are the two most confusing teams in all the NFL because I get good football and then I get bad football from both of those teams um, on a pretty much on a regular basis.
Mm. um, the Patriots also let me down. Oh, the Patriots, man. You give up the 2 point conversion for the. Oh, I was.
Nah, man, the coach got grit, bro. They're trying to get in there. They're trying to get into those playoffs, man. And the defense,
On a QB sneak.
I got you.
But I'll tell you what though, watching the Patriots play over the last few, next year they're gonna be a problem.
Oh
Hey,
yeah,
the AFC East has a problem coming. The Patriots they get a couple of free agents and they draft right. Um, Yeah, look out AFC East. You got, or look out Bills. You got some competition coming, for sure.
Drake May it.
Yeah.
He's it.
Yeah.
Get him some
Uh,
blocking and
I'm telling you, and one playmaker on the outside.
yeah.
Give him one playmaker on that mat. T. Higgins.
See, here's my problem with T. Higgins. He missed too much time this year. Um, that's kind of and he's good for missing a game or two. Um, so like giving him that type of wide receiver one money, um, oof, don't know if I can do it. It'd be tough.
But yeah, get them, man. Hey, look out. Uh, but yeah, I'll try again this week to pick up that game. Uh, it's gonna be difficult. I'm already down one, so it's gonna be difficult to do that. Already down one. Packers let me down this evening, and they had it in their hands. The refs took it from them with one offensive pass interference call.
Hey, man. Hey, to be honest, you know, as much as I don't like picking them at home, I'm surprised you picked them away.
I had a feeling, man. I was like, this feels like if there was a time to get the Lions,
It'd be,
short week, yeah, short week. You coming in there, the holiday. Well, it wasn't a short week for them. They both got full week's rest. They both played last Thursday.
yeah,
Uh, it just felt like a time that they could lose one. Yeah, but and I mean they had them. They had them on the ropes, but Lions came through and pulled it out. Pause. Uh, but yeah, looking ahead to the rest of the week, we got the Jets going into Miami. But starting, as you said before, CSRC's records on the side of 125-70, Mar 131-64, which equals a 6-game lead or for Mr. Mar. And the Jets going down south to take on the Dolphins. Um, I like the Dolphins to take care of home. Jets just their season fell apart a long time ago, and they
they
have
do.
not recovered. Yeah, this is you talking about
They do
uh,
keep.
blow, yeah, they're talking about blowing it up. Um, they need to blow it up. The rumor wheels are starting to turn. A lot of people saying that Mike Vrabel could be the hands-on favorite to land that job potentially. A lot of people wondering if they're going to reach out to Bill Belichick potentially. Um, but basically, the Jets, they're playing for next year. So guys are playing for to not get cut or either trying to put tape on film for other teams. But yeah, give me the Dolphins in this one. Dolphins still playing for a playoff spot, so they're coming out serious.
I'm right there with you. The Jets are absolutely butt cheeks. They are a mosquito. They are garbage. They are all that any name that you can think of that describes uh, just terrible. That is what they are. Point blank period. Um, yeah. As we get to the next game, Atlanta and Minnesota. I just alluded to it. Atlanta is one of the most confusing teams to me in all of NFL. I'm starting to sell my stock on them. Um, I'm not getting consistent offense, and I'm
Mm.
getting um, not enough good defense from them neither. So, um, yeah, good luck, Kurt, this week with Brian Flores. I'm pretty sure he's going to be waiting to welcome you back to Minnesota with a lot of pressure. And we just saw the turnover, Santa Claus gift you did last week. So I'm expecting the same thing this week.
I'm right there with you. I'm big on nostalgia. I'm big on buildings. And I've been saying all year, Minnesota's starting to turn into one of those buildings that's very, very difficult to get a W in. They're 5-1 at home this season. Skull Vikings. I think they get it done. The only question to me is, after Atlanta takes this L, are we going to see Michael Penix?
Oof.
That's the only question for me. Should we see Michael Penix?
Mm.
Yeah, those cheers for Penix are only going to get louder. They take this L.
Oh yeah.
Saints, Saints going to MetLife to take on the Giants. I'm looking for the Giants to get a home victory. They still got a little bit of fight in them. They get paid too, as the saying goes. They are 2-10.
Mm.
You heard me right, folks. They are 2-10. They are 0-6 at home. Hey,
Oof.
even a broke clock is right 2 times a day.
Damn.
The Saints ain't that much better. Um, I like the Giants to steal one at home. Uh, New Orleans traditionally does not play good up north late in the season, so I'm looking for that trend to continue. Give me the Giants to get one for the fans. Get one for the fans. You know what I mean? Hey, it's
Yeah.
Christmas season. Get the fans one time for me.
Yeah. Yeah. Don't mess up your draft stock listening to Bobby.
Hey, I need these games.
keep your top two pick. All right. Stay in the top two. All right. Don't listen to Bobby G. Y'all stop playing. Y'all need a franchise. Altering player. His name is Travis Hunter, and you need to make sure that you get up there. All right, stop playing. Don't listen to Bobby G. Give me Saints. All right, I'm taking the lesser of the evils. All right, because Saints ain't damn there, ain't worth a damn neither. So, but and then we get the week 14 scrimmage. The Eagles playing home to Carolina. That does not bode well for Carolina. Because you're rolling right now, and you get them at home. Yeah, man. Give me Philly on this one. Not much to say. Give me Philly.
I mean, I'm with you. Um, but the only thing I will add, hey, it is good to see over the last couple of weeks. It looks like Bryce Young has figured out this NFL thing. He's been
Yeah, he's
playing better. He's actually looked like an NFL quarterback.
yeah,
And win or
playing.
lose, I just want that trend to continue. Uh, and we'll see what happens, the rest of his career, whether he remains in Carolina or finds his way out of there. But at least it's good to see the young man getting some confidence because
Great point. Great point. Yeah,
he was going through it, man, and I know that had to be mentally draining on him. So yeah, shout out to Bryce Young for showing some resiliency, showing some fight, showing some heart, sticking with it when you know that situation could have played out a lot different, man. You're number one overall pick and you get benched. Uh, the people that drafted you are no longer there. You're playing for new people. You don't know if they want you or not. He stuck with it and yeah, he's finding a way to get it done. So yeah, shout out to Bryce Young. But yeah, the Eagles gonna stomp y'all out. I'm sorry.
stop him in nuts.
My Browns. We're going to Pittsburgh.
Gotta get neutered this week.
Yeah, I only got one stat. Um, we've lost 20 consecutive games in Pittsburgh.
Mm.
I digress. We've lost 20 consecutive regular season games in Pittsburgh. If you recall, we made it to the playoffs in 2020. We played the Steelers in Pittsburgh, and we actually got the W. In the playoffs, we're 1-0 against the Steelers. But in the regular season, we are 0-20 going back to our last 20. So I unfortunately look for that trend to continue this week. It's not gonna be a blowout. It's not gonna be. It's gonna be a ball game. But I think the Steelers come away with a dub.
Yeah, yeah. Pittsburgh said they owe y'all one, so
They
I think
do.
they gonna go out there and try to whoop y'all ass, bro.
Oh yeah, TJ's gonna come out on fire because I don't know if you heard, but uh, after we beat Pittsburgh, he's talking to Miles Garrett because they had all that going on. Oh, who's the best of it? And Miles Garrett was like, I'm it. Ain't nobody else. Basically saying, ain't no big three. It's just big me. That's what Miles Garrett said. So yeah, TJ coming with it.
Oh yeah, he about to make a case for. Yeah, I'm still a bad dude on this pass rush now.
mm,
Oh yeah, yeah. Give me Steelers on this one for sure. Um, uh, then we got the John Gruden Bowl. Um, we got Tampa Bay playing host to the Raiders. Yeah, man. Raiders find a way to lose games, and they proved that on Black Friday. They always find a way to lose games. They're just going to get outright ass kicked right here. Tampa Bay has something to play for. Um, Baker Mayfield continues to uh, uh, defy my criticism and playing solid football. So yeah, man, give me Tampa Bay on this.
I'm with you. Yeah, the Raiders. I'm the, again every week I say the same thing, and I'm gonna continue to until I see it not come to fruition. I'm just hoping this season doesn't cost Antonio Pierce his job. He was put in an unfair position from the jump.
I
Um,
think there, bro.
let the man get a man some talent. Like give him a fighting chance. Like he's been a head coach less than 2 years. He's had like 5 quarterbacks. That's insane, bro. That is insane.
Yeah,
Like, yeah, but the Buccaneers, they're gonna get this W. Uh, Jacksonville, going up to Nashville, take on the Tennessee Titans, and in what has been a rare occasion, I'm going with the Titans, man. We all saw what happened to Sunshine, aka Trevor Lawrence, last week. Again, we're hoping, wishing him a speedy recovery, but like your chances were slim with him under center.
yeah,
He ain't there. Give me the Titans. It's that simple.
yeah. I don't. Much as I don't trust Will Levis, I damn sure don't trust Mac Jones. So I'm right there with
Who?
you. Who? Mac Jones. So yeah, man. I'm right there with you. Give me Tennessee. Um, I believe it or not, Tony Pollard's been having a great season. Pretty sure Dallas would love to have it, the production he's been doing in Tennessee on their roster, but decide to let him walk. Part of that. Jerry Jones running the team. In fact, whatever. Uh, but yeah, Tennessee's the better team. They are. So I'm right there with you. I'm running with Tennessee. As we get to a very pivotal game in the NFC West. Arizona playing host to Seattle. Um, I'm rolling the dice on this one. I'm hoping that I'm playing CeeLo right now. Give me 4, 5, 6 with the Seahawks. Come on, man. Y'all been so up and down. Get consistent with it. Both on not only on the offense, on the defense, getting consistent on getting some of those stops that you need. Um, yeah, give me Seattle. I'm definitely rolling the dice on this one because they sometimes they bite me, man. So but yeah, give me Seattle.
uh, I was there. Seattle was my surprise team. One of my surprise teams to begin the season. They've thoroughly let me down, and I was about to ride with them because lately they've been showing some flashes.
Hmm.
But at the last minute, I decided to roll with Arizona. Um, again, Call of Duty been out for a minute, so Kyler done let the boys know he can't play. Give him some space. He got to take care of his day job. Um, but nah, Cardinals they have been up and down, and they've been that team that's hard to guess uh, all season. But they're 4-2 at home.
Mm.
4-2 at home, and I just feel like they can get it done. Seattle's been just as inconsistent as the Cardinals have, and this game right here could essentially just be for the division.
Mm.
So you know, hey, all the chips are in the middle. This game to me is like the end of White Man Can't Jump. They're betting on the game. Hey, game point. Let's put it all down. Let's see who wanted more. You know.
Hey yo, that
So
is not crazy, bro.
it's game point. Let's see who won this joint. And if Arizona really wants a chance to win the division, this is a must win. You already
Mm.
dropped one to Seattle in Seattle, so you have to have this one with the Rams and 49ers to finish the season. So, hey, Kyler, go get it done, man. Go get it done. Uh, you got Buffalo uh, coming out to LA, and hey, man, they're rolling. Like Buffalo's rolling. They're feeling good. Um, they're just playing really solid football, man. Josh Allen is in the MVP conversation. He's looking like a leader. Uh, they still have hopes for potentially getting the number one seed in AFC. Uh, so they need. This is a need win. It's a must
Mm.
have. You definitely want to stay ahead of the Steelers. You don't want. They want as clear of a path to get to Kansas City as possible. Like that is the only road game that they will accept in the postseason. In order for that to happen, hey, got to keep the winning going. Now give me Buffalo on the road.
Mm. Mm. Yeah, I kind of wanted to. I was looking at it this way, man. Um, Buffalo kind of tends to struggle when they're going up against teams that are very good with the pass rush.
Hmm?
Um, and I'm looking at that young Rams team without Aaron Donald, and they are still getting busy on that defensive. Jared Verse, Fisk, man, them boys up front are getting after it, man. And I and they're gonna have to because if they don't, they are still uh, prone to still get torched on that backside uh, of the defense. So I'm going out on a limb, man. Give me the Rams full of upset and kind of make me look like a genius to make it look like I know what the hell I'm talking about. So yeah, give me the Rams on this one. As we get to the next game, Chicago Bears, San Francisco 49ers. Uh, Look, I'm not gonna lie to you, Bobby. I was this close to going with Chicago. I was real close. Um, because at some point you gotta get something to work. I mean, you fired coordinators, and then you just finally got fed up with Eberflus. You said, "Yeah, thank you for getting us through Thanksgiving," but since you don't know how to manage a clock with timeouts in your pocket, yeah, fired. Um, but it's too much going on. I don't think they got the locker room to handle this all this change, sudden change, and a lot has changed in the last few weeks. So I I know the Rams. I'm sorry. I know the 49ers are pretty beat up, but until the big gals start toning, getting them notes blurted out of her big ass, I they still got a little bit of life. I think they beat Chicago. They beat Chicago. I'm rolling with 49ers. Bang bang Niner gang.
Uh, Give me the 49ers as well, but I'm going to make it a little bit simpler. I'm going to tell you some numbers. 103, 37.
Mm,
Know what those numbers are?
mm.
That's the score, or those are the total points of the 49ers' last three games that they've been beaten by. They've
Oof.
been beaten 103 to 37
Mm,
their last three times out. 20-17 loss to the Seahawks, 38-10 drubbing to the Packers, 35-10 drubbing last week in Buffalo.
mm,
Bears, look out. There's going to be a very pissed off 49ers team on the field without Christian McCaffrey.
mm.
And they have nothing to lose because there ain't no playoffs in their future. But what they don't want, they're not about to go out here and get embarrassed 3 weeks in a row.
Mm.
So yeah, if I'm Caleb, hey, max protect every play. This is
Eh,
about that. This is about to be that. Remember, you will blitz all night. Look out, man! Here they come, man. Give me the Niners.
he said max protect all game.
They gonna do whatever they have to do to win this. They're not gonna get embarrassed like that. That's not 49er like
Nah, that's a fact.
at all. Um, Chargers going into Kansas City to take on the Chiefs. Uh, Chargers have no. They're not winning the division. They're playing for a wild card spot. They know that coming in. However, they like to feel good about themselves. The Chargers are one of those teams. Yes, they're 8-4. Uh, where's the quality win though?
Mm,
So they are going to come out. They are going to play. This will probably be the best performance from the Chargers you might see all season.
mm.
I still think they come up short. Uh, the Chiefs are trying to stay ahead of Buffalo. Buffalo streaking. Uh, they don't have that de facto lead anymore. If they lose the number one seed.
Mm.
So with that being said, yeah, the Chiefs are gonna do what they have to do to make sure this thing still goes through Arrowhead. Give me the Chiefs at home.
Yeah. Um. I. Bobby, you definitely on the right path that I was thinking too. Where's your signature win, Chargers? You know, um, I'm looking at your schedule. I mean, you got solid wins. You got some wins that hey, you look at the game, you're like, all right, that's cool, but you ain't got like turn your head, but like, oh, you got a win over there. Let me see what's over these Chargers. Okay, it matches. It makes sense why they won that game. I just haven't seen it yet. Um, and obviously being in the city, I just listen to the local radio, man. Uh, sounds like the building in the Chiefs building, man. They're not finger pointing.
Mm-hmm.
They're focused, and
Right.
when you get a back to back champ focused.
Yeah.
um, yeah, man. That sometimes go bad for opponents, man. And I'm not saying that the Chiefs go out here and blow them out the water. I don't think that's the case. But
Right.
I think you're going to see a more disciplined, focused Chiefs on Sunday night, and sometimes it's not good. Sometimes when the sleeping giant wakes up, boy, get the hell up out the way.
Hey, close it up. Your favorite team.
Ugh, I'm so done with them.
The Cincinnati Bengals.
I'm so done with them.
Man, it's hey. They say they're saying Father Time's undefeated. I mean, you can't continue to get off the slow starts and play catch up the rest of the season and expect it to work. This season they caught up to them. Uh, they're going to Jerry's World, take on the Cowboys. Uh, they played a hell of a game last week. Though. I'll give them the credit. That might have been that was definitely one of the more entertaining games of the week. Bengals Steelers. Steelers were able to get the W. Jamar Chase, man. Jamar, what can you say? He's at worst top three. And most people have him as the best receiver in the league. I probably got him number. I got him number two. But
Yeah, but how dumb are
mm,
you? How dumb are you, Bengals ownership, by not getting that man signed this offseason? His price is going up because he's putting up crazy numbers this year.
yeah, yeah. So, um, I mean, you can let him be a free agent if you want to. We need receivers up the road. So that's all I'm saying. We got an owner that loves to get kick out money. So yeah, run. Hey, let him hit free agency if you want to.
Or
That's all I'm saying. Um, but yeah, in this case, this is this matchup just favors the Bengals, no matter where it's played. Dallas, Cincinnati, Ghana, North
mm,
Pole, South Pole.
I think it's North Pole, South Pole.
that's crazy work.
Yeah. Uh,
I
it just favors the Bengals. Dallas without a quarterback going against that offensive machine. Uh, yeah, giving the Bengals easy on the road.
yeah. The only thing I'm curious is how they're gonna do this Simpsons little
Yeah.
Disney little thing. So I might flip over and check that out. But yeah, man, this is self-explanatory. I know their chances are done, but knowing the Bengals, they're gonna go out week 14, 15, 16, 17, and 18 to try to raise all kind of hell. Um, and yeah, um, Cowboys are continuing to lose players. Zach Martin's now out for the rest of the season. So yeah, um, give me Bengals. I come on, we see what the Cowboys do at home this year. They're just
uh,
terrible. So,
yeah, and like you, I am looking forward to seeing this whole Simpsons themed broadcast madness. Like, uh, that might be the most entertaining part of the game.
might be crazy as hell.
uh, I know a lot of my brethren out there, partake in some things for medicinal purposes. If there was a night for me to partake, that might be the night.
Yeah, medicinal.
Just yeah. But then I get migraines, so to
Mhm.
prevent that from happening while I'm watching the game, that if there was a time for me to partake, it'd probably be then. Uh, yeah, let's wrap up. Game you looking forward to watching that doesn't involve your team.
Yeah, that Bills Rams game. I see if the Rams could pull this dub and get themselves back into position, at least within the division, for sure, and then kind of help their wild card chances just in case they don't get that division. But definitely looking forward to that one. I want to see what these young defensive linemen for the Rams can do against big boy Josh Allen. See how much fun they're gonna get to have to try to hit that big joker. So we'll see how it goes, man. I'm definitely looking forward to that one.
For me, uh, I'm gonna give a 2 part answer. Actually, tonight was the game I was looking forward to, man. Again, this is one of the better Thursday night matchups that we've been blessed to have.
Yes, sir.
And it lived up to expectations. Great game, great finish. Um, but I'm gonna hit you with a surprise.
Mm,
I'm actually going to watch in its entirety the Carolina Philadelphia Eagles game.
really?
Yes. Why? I want to see with my own two eyes if it's real. I want to see how Bryce Young has progressed. I want to see if I believe that he can have success in this league in the future. So I'm going to get to see him against a real defense, uh, against a team that if I do believe that the Eagles have learned their lessons from seasons past, a team that isn't going to take this game lightly. They're coming to play. They know what's at stake. They can't. They're trying to keep pace with the Lions. You've already watched the Lions win, so you know you have to win. So yeah, I want to see Bryce Young if it's real, if his transformation is real.
Mm, I did.
Hey, man, uh, two studs, one dud.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I kind of alluded to it earlier. Tony Pollard. I've been trying to find a way to play him on my roster, but I've been having him buried behind Saquon, Christian, Kareem Hunt, and somebody, DeAndre Swift, who all been producing very well for me. So
Yeah,
um, I finally snuck him into the lineup this week because I think he'll have a great game. Tony Pollard going against uh, not a good Jaguars team, and they're just not
yeah,
good. All right. So although the Titans are probably only a game better, you know, sometimes in the toilet bowl there's one shining star in it. I'm hoping Tony Pollard is it. All right. Um, my other stud, uh, I'm looking for my guy, my guy, um, DK Metcalf to
mm,
have himself a day against the Cardinals. Um, I will absolutely uh, be happy about that because yes, he is on one of my fantasy football teams. But come on, man, I need to. I, the Seahawks are definitely a better team when DK Metcalf is getting his. So let's get to it, DK. Let's get to it. Um, Dud, man, yeah, Kirk Cuzzo, yeah, you gonna play Santa Claus again? Yeah, because Raheem Morris, not Raheem Morris. Uh, well, he's your coach. He can't save you. That man, Brian Flores, he's gonna say, "Hey, man, welcome back to Minnesota. Yeah, thank you for all them interceptions and turnovers. You sorry, second shit. That's why. Um, yeah, yeah, it's gonna be a bad one for Kirk Cousins. Matter of fact, I got him on one of my fantasy teams. I'm about to move him out of that slot this week.
oh man, that's hilarious. For me, uh, one stud I'm gonna go with easy. We just spoke on. I'm gonna go Jamar Chase, man. Prime time in Dallas. I'm looking for him to show up and show out against that Cowboys secondary. Another stud. Uh, it pains me.
Oh Lord.
I'm gonna go George Pickens.
Ooh.
Uh,
Ooh.
I don't think he's gonna have like this amazing game, but George Pickens usually makes 3 to 4 plays against us every time we see him. That's just how it is. um, I mean, I can see him having like just a simple game, like 4 catches for like 78 to 85 yards and a touchdown, like something like nothing, but
Light work.
he,
Slight work.
yeah, yeah, he usually hits us like that. Uh, so look for that. A dud. I'm gonna go. That's low hanging fruit. I ain't gonna take that. um, I'm gonna go. You know what? Nah, I ain't gonna do that either. It's dud. Catch a good dud. Who's a good dud? It's tough because these games is. No, I'm gonna do it. Michael Parsons. Michael Parsons. Yeah, I think he gets shut out. No sacks against the Bengals. So, um, I think he'll be light pressure too. He may get 1 or 2, but he's not gonna have a Michael Parsons game. He'll be the focus. And actually, the Bengals this season, they have not been terrible at like letting great defensive players get off. They've kind of been, defenses have had games against them, but and people have gotten pressure to Joe Burrow. He's gotten, but like just the great individual players have it. Like prime example last week against the Steelers, like it wasn't T.J. Watt making it was actually Nate Herbig who made the big play. You know what I mean? So like somebody else from the Cowboys might get up, but it ain't gonna be Michael Parsons. So he'd be my dud for the week.
Good.
Dudders, the Dudder man.
The better man.
Man, what you got for folks? We get out of here.
Man, y'all know what it is, man. Appreciate everybody tapping in with your boys, man. Hey, man, keep showing us love, support, man. Y'all bring your asses back on with us tomorrow night. You hear? All right, for that Audible podcast. And you know how Fridays bit. Hey, shit get wild. Shit get wild.
Absolutely. And for me, once again, just do me a favor. Go ahead and follow the rest on the screen. Hit that like button, subscribe if you're new, turn notifications on so you know the next time that we are here recapping NFL action, which is every Thursday after Thursday night football. About 10 to 15 minutes, like I say, give or take. And, we'll be here next week with who we got next week. What's the matchup? Where we at? Oh, Rams San Fran. Beginning of the season, it looked like a game.
Yeah, it looked juicy. And now it kind of.
Yeah, a lot of stars missing, but hey, it's a division game, rivalry, anything can happen. Hey, maybe it plays out like the Browns and Steelers did last week. We thought that would be a dud and turned out to be a great game. Hopefully that happens. Hopefully that happens again. Yeah, I think the Bengals and Browns game got flexed out. I don't know what that got changed to. We have to check on that though. But like the man said, also make sure you check us out tomorrow night, Audible Sports Podcast, where sports meets life and culture, 7 Eastern, 4 Pacific, where we'll be discussing 50 people whose career didn't end the way we might have liked. We all have those, and it's not just athletes, celebrities. Athletes like actors, musicians, what have you, right? Whoever, just people that we know, and their career it didn't end up quite the way we envisioned. So we're gonna give you 50 of those people tomorrow night. 750.
750.
We're gonna have that for you tomorrow. And with that, that's all we got for you tonight, man. Hey, early work, man. Smooth.
Light work.
Saying, getting good at this podcast thing. What
hey, if I say my setup, might know what the hell doing.
A little bit. But y'all heard the man. Take care of yourselves and each other. And until next week, hey, peace.
Yes, sir.